might think you know the story of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Their romance, their marriage, the heartbreak of their separation. These are chapters that played out in the glaring spotlight of Hollywood, capturing the imagination of millions around the world. But beneath the glossy magazine covers and viral headlines, the real story is infinitely more nuanced. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on one of Hollywood's most captivating and talked about romances, revealing the truth behind the rumors, the speculation, and the enduring bond between two of the world's biggest stars. Let's travel back to the mid-1990s, long before the world would come to know them as Hollywood's golden couple. Jennifer Aniston was on the brink of superstardom with her breakout role as Rachel Green on Friends, while Brad Pitt was already a household name, celebrated for his roles in films like Legends of the Fall and Seven. Fate, it seemed, had plans for them. Introduced by their managers in 1994, their initial meeting was, by all accounts, unremarkable. He was just this sweet guy from Missouri, a normal guy, Aniston would later recall. It wasn't until 1998 that their paths truly aligned. Both newly single, they found themselves drawn together, and what began as a low-key romance soon blossomed into something much grander. Their chemistry was undeniable, and by September 1999, they made their highly anticipated red carpet debut at the Emmy Awards, sending the media into a frenzy. Not long after, their engagement was announced at a Sting concert in New York City, with Brad presenting Jennifer with a custom-designed diamond and platinum ring, an early sign of the fairy tale narrative that would follow them. Their wedding, held in Malibu in July 2000, was the stuff of Hollywood legend. With 200 guests, 50,000 flowers, and a 13-minute fireworks display, it was a celebration befitting two of the world's most beloved stars. From the outside, it seemed like a dream come true, a perfect union of talent, charm, and beauty. But as is so often the case, the reality was far more complex. Behind the dazzling smiles and public appearances, both Brad and Jennifer were navigating the pressures of immense fame, demanding careers, and the relentless scrutiny of the tabloid press. In 2002, they launched Plan B Entertainment, a production company that would go on to produce some of the decade's most acclaimed films. But even as their professional lives intertwined, questions about their private lives began to surface. The rumors started innocuously enough. Were they planning to start a family? Was Jennifer too focused on her career? Was Brad longing for something more? The media's obsession with these questions would only intensify with time, casting a shadow over the couple's everyday life. Jennifer, in later interviews, would reflect on this period with a mix of frustration and candor. "I just cared about my career, and God forbid a woman is successful and doesn't have a child," she would say, pushing back against the narrative that her ambition was to blame for the strains in their marriage. Then came 2004, and with it, the storm that would forever alter the trajectory of their story. Brad began filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith alongside Angelina Jolie, and almost overnight, rumors of on-set chemistry and infidelity began to swirl. The tabloids had a field day, spinning tales of betrayal and heartbreak that captured the public's imagination. Jennifer and Brad did their best to weather the storm, but by early 2005, they announced their separation. The news sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Fans everywhere mourned the end of what felt like a real-life fairy tale. As a lifelong fan myself, I remember the disbelief and sadness that came with their announcement. How could something so perfect fall apart? But as I dug deeper into their story, I began to see the cracks that had been there all along. Cracks born not of betrayal or scandal, but of the very human challenges of love, ambition, and personal growth. In her own words, Jennifer described Brad as a fantastic man and admitted, "I will love Brad for the rest of my life. He's a fantastic man. I don't regret any of it, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it." There was no villain in this story, just two people whose lives were evolving in different directions. The years following their split were marked by new relationships and new beginnings. Brad went on to marry Angelina Jolie, while Jennifer found love again with Justin Theroux. Yet even as their romantic lives moved forward, the public fascination with their relationship never waned. Every chance encounter, every friendly exchange at an awards show fueled endless speculation. Were they getting back together? Was there unfinished business between them? But the truth, it turns out, is far more grounded. In recent years, Brad and Jennifer have rekindled a genuine friendship, one built on mutual respect and shared history, rather than lingering romantic feelings. In 2019, Brad attended Jennifer's 50th birthday party, and in 2020, they delighted fans with a virtual reunion for a charity table read. Their warm embrace at the SAG Awards quickly went viral, reigniting hope among fans for a reconciliation. But both have been clear. While they will always care for one another, their relationship today is rooted in friendship. "We're buddies, we're friends," Jennifer has said, putting to rest the rumors of a romantic reunion. And as life moves forward, both Brad and Jennifer have found happiness with new partners. Jennifer is currently in a relationship with Jim Curtis, a wellness expert and hypnotist, enjoying a private, grounded romance away from the spotlight. The couple has been spotted together at Jennifer's Los Angeles home and vacationing in Mallorca, Spain, with close friends. Brad, meanwhile, has been dating businesswoman and jeweler Inés de Ramón since 2022, finding his own sense of peace and companionship. So what really happened with Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston? The answer, as always, is more complicated than the headlines would have you believe. Theirs was a story of love and loss, of dreams deferred and new beginnings embraced. It was shaped by the pressures of fame, the challenges of personal growth, and the enduring power of friendship. In the end, perhaps the real revelation is this. Brad and Jennifer's story isn't about scandal or heartbreak. It's about two people who loved each other deeply, who supported one another through life's ups and downs, and who, despite everything, have found a way to remain friends. In Hollywood, that may be the rarest and most inspiring love story of all.